Mercer.
Good evening. Thank you for coming to this meeting. We hope that the meeting will be an information gathering situation for you. We'd like to address your concerns, any comments, complaints, or anything like that. I'll be around after the meeting's over to discuss those with you. I'm sorry that we're having to meet under these circumstances. This event has affected our community greatly. We are going to be in a long-term recovery. I mean, there's 168 homes on the ground and a couple of hundred structures total. 126,000 acres so far that have burned, and it's going to have an impact on us for a time period. And I want you to know the Sheriff's Office is going to be here to support the efforts to get that done. As far as the roadblocks are concerned, there are no roadblocks per se that are in place at this time. We've been able to evaluate the situation in the areas where we had roadblocks and determined that they're not necessary at this time. I am not telling you that there won't be roadblocks put up in the future. This event is not over. We still have active fire going on the lines, and as things change, this thing has been very fluid thus far. It will probably continue to do so until we're out. And if we have to do something that inconveniences you, I apologize. I want you to know that the decisions for the evacuations, the roadblocks, and the quarantines have been mine and Judge Nicholas's decisions to make. And I'm the one that pulled the trigger on most of that stuff. And if you have complaints or concerns about that, I'd love to discuss them with you. We're reacting, and our decisions are made based on the opinions of serious-minded professional firefighters and personnel that have done these kind of things many, many times, and I'm relying on those people. I think I'd be a fool not to. So if we have inconvenienced you, I certainly apologize. The way I'm looking at it is the overall impact to our community. I will tell you this, you guys are my main concern. The fire is their responsibility. I'm worried about my citizens and getting them back into their homes. I want to repopulate those areas that are quarantined now, but we have a plan in place. We anticipate by midweek next week, if Monday and Tuesday go well for us. Monday and Tuesday are red flag fire days, and we are going to watch what happens on those 2 days. In other words, we're going to have high winds, low humidity, bad weather for fire. So we're going to evaluate what happens in those 2 days. If we can make it through those 2 days safely, then I've got plans in place with the homeowners associations, the Gainesville and Sportsman's World, for them to take up some private security measures, augmented by my officers and my department as needed. We're going to try to get the lake opened back up to boat traffic. There's going to be zero boat traffic on the lake for the time being until we can open those areas that are quarantined back up. My concerns are people that don't need to be in the area for whatever reason. I don't want contractors coming in and bothering anybody right now. I don't want any looting in the area, and it's an inherently dangerous situation in the areas where we've had all these homes lost. So we're gonna do all that. The evacuations were necessary. I realized that we were redundant on some of those evacuations, but we were responding to the way that you noticed during this event, the winds have changed and gone back and forth, and we've had to try to guess what the next thing is going to happen. And so please bear with us and continue to bear with us throughout the end of this event, please. It's been very trying times for everybody. Our firefighters deserve a big hand. If you see one of them, please talk to them and tell them thank you, because they've done everything. Our local firefighters have done everything they can. The amount of community support that we've gotten has been overwhelming. I know that there are some people that are upset about what the bosses are saying to do, and I would submit to you that these bosses are the ones that work these type 1 level incidents throughout the southern United States. They know what they're doing. They too are working off information that they gain from the field, from the air, from all these different, I mean, we've got a weatherman, we've got it all here, okay? We don't get these resources unless we have an incident like this, a hurricane, a huge tornado, or some kind of real bad disaster. So we've got the best that the United States has to offer working on our fire right now. And I think that they are doing a bang-up job. They're, like I said, they are serious-minded professionals. We're talking about U.S. Forest Service, Texas Forest Service, all kinds of different state forest services are here helping us with this. As the command, I have relied on their information for me to make my decisions about the things that affect you. I have gotten you back into the peninsula. We've gotten you back on 2353. We anticipate by midweek next week that we're going to get you back into those quarantined areas. One of the things that I would like to suggest to particularly the hardest affected areas, the homeowners associations, I would recommend, and this is something, some information that was given to me, and it's good information. I'd recommend that you as an association develop some type of a screening of let these contractors, in other words, have them submit something making you believe that they're legitimate, that they're not gypsy pavers or whatever coming in to take your money and not do the work right. That's a good thing to think about. You have a list of approved contractors. Not saying that somebody can't use whomever they want, but if somebody's got enough gumption to bring you a resume with references and all that kind of stuff, let them put that on file with the association. Then the association can say, we need an air conditioning man. Well, here's the ones that have come in and checked out. Here's the electricians that have come in and checked out. That's something for y'all to think about. Like I said, if you have any blame to go around about the evacuation or the roadblocks or not letting you back into your home area, you need to come see me. It's on me, okay? Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to sit down so we can make this meeting as short and sweet as we can and get to the questions that you have. Thank you, and I'll be here after the meeting.